and welcome to lightofthemoonstudio.com. I am jingling my bells today. Yes, it's a bit hot, so I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep it on for. The day is gloomy, the studio is bright and joyful. With my advent tree in hand, I think it's time to get started on a project. Come on. So for all you tea lovers out there, it is day 8 and day 9 of our tea lovers advent calendar. So let's get and have a little look. Yes, day 8, where are we? Where are we? Okay. Oh, again, I'm not very good at opening these. So we've got, that's lovely. And 9. Oh, and that's lovely as well. So have a little look. They're totally different teas, which I suppose they would be, wouldn't they? But yeah, they look really delicious. So in this one we have an Assam TGFOP. Sorry, no idea what that means. But it's made from the delicious leaf tips of the Assam tea bush. Its full-bodied and robust character makes it an ideal companion to a really special breakfast. Oh my word. And I haven't got a bacon sandwich. Oh, I'd love a bacon sandwich now. That would go perfectly with that, wouldn't it? Yeah, egg, bacon, nice roll. Yeah, okay. Oh, if I'd known, I would have got one ready. And heat to 100 degrees, brew for 3 to 5 minutes. Oh, best served with milk. Then this one is a, oh gosh, rooibos infusion. R-O-O, rooibos. R-O-O-I-B-O-S infusion. So it's naturally red in colour and wonderfully smooth. This caffeine-free alternative to a tea is a traditional South African favourite and enjoyable with or without milk. So it's called rooibos. It's 100 degrees, 3 to 5 minutes, with or without milk. I think because this one's got milk in, we'll probably try this one without. But if you've got horses or you've had horses and you put molasses, ever put molasses in their food or sugar beet, that type of thing, that's what that smells of. So you horsey people out there, you will know what I'm on about. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to do it without milk. Now, so while the kettle's on the brew, got those ready. I've had a little prezzy. I've got a little prezzy. So something very special. I've got a little present. Andrew bought it, but it's from Chloris Ceramics, and it was from a craft fair that was on the Penarth Pier here in Wales. And what it is, it's a little tea mug. There's the lady's details there. Chloris Ceramics. Did have her name. Her name is, oh no, that's the other one. Did I have a name? Yes, I got a name. So Jill Banks. So thank you ever so much, Jill. It's a beautiful, beautiful drinking vessel. I'm really delighted to have it, and you were so lovely as well, talking us through all your beautiful ceramics there, and it's just a pleasure to hold this in my hand and to see it. It's just perfect. So thank you to Jill Banks. There's the details there, and I'll put all her details down below. So the process is called crystalline glazes, and obviously she's a master at her work, and there's some absolutely amazing pieces that she had, and I'm very lucky to have this drinking vessel. This drinking vessel will be perfect for these teas. The next one I want to shout out to is Cowslip & Co. So it says preserves and textiles. We have preserves from them, and they're fantastic. They're all homemade, like any marmalades, that type of thing, chutneys. So I'll leave all those details down below. And the other one I wanted to say hello to was Veil Makers, and they're all the craftspeople that took part in the Veil Makers craft fair. So I've got the kettle on. Let me go and get those teas. Oh my gosh, we've got our tea, but it's gone so dark. in the studio. I think the storm's brewing as well as the tea. Let's see if we can get through these drinks. So this is this rhombus one. It still smells of that molasses, and there is that molasses smell. Like a treacly smell. Oh gosh, that's quite bitter. I was expecting it to be sweet because of the molasses smell. It reminds me of like a dark black tea. Very pungent. Oh, I think it's going to give me a headache. Yeah, it's strong and dark. Not my type of thing at all. So yeah, I'm not that keen on that one. So we've just put that one aside a second while we try this one. So that was the rhombus and this was the Assam. Now I think I'm going to like the Assam because we've had a couple of blends of Assam and I have enjoyed this Assam. I'm going to dab a little bit of milk in as well. I thought I brought the spoon, but I haven't. Yeah, I think the Assam is such a lovely tea. It goes so well with all the other ingredients you can add to it. It's a great base tea, and I think for that I'm going to give it a 9. It's got a lovely flavour of its own, but as a base tea as well, it's just perfect. And it's gentle enough that you could drink it every day. It's a really nice tea. Assam, I give you a 9. Now I'm going to try, I don't know if I've been unfair to this one, rubus. So because it did say drink with or without milk. So I'm going to try it with a splash of milk and see if that helps. Actually, it does help. I was originally going to give it a 2. Adding the milk definitely suits my taste. Remember, it's skimmed milk, so we're not getting the full flavour of the milk, but that brings it from a 2 to a 5. Yeah, you would enjoy drinking all year? No. It's giving me a bit of a headache, so there's something in there that's quite pungent. But I'll stick with the 5. But the 2 without the milk, definitely. So let's stick with today's Assam, as I've given it that a 9, and it is such a lovely tea anyway. Which brings me around to all you tea lovers, a big huge thank you. I've had wonderful messages from some lovely tea lovers saying that some of them have actually bought the advent calendar and are having a little taste review with me. And that's brilliant. I love that, to think that, you know, other people are out there tasting and seeing what they think. And I'm sure you've all got different opinions as well to what I think as well. But I love that. And then I've also got to say a big hello to Louise. Louise comes, she's in work all day, she comes home, she loves watching my channel and what I get up to while she's having a cup of tea and sat on the settee. So big thumbs up to Louise. And then there was Sue. Thank you, Sue, so much. You've given me so much support over the years, and I really do thank you. There's also another Sue who remarked about the paints. I'm sure it's a different Sue. I think it's my mum's friend Sue who remarked about the paints. And because she wanted to know what they were, what I was using. Oh, and I explained that it was from What, an all-round type store. And it was the Fine Line Artist series that I used in the green. Ooh. Oh gosh, I'm just dropping everything now. And then there was, I think it was Kylie, I'm sure it's Kylie, who said, do you know that you forgot to put your tree lights on? And there was a box on the side, and yes, I had forgotten to put the tree lights on. So I have put them on now. and I think they're really effective and really lovely. Obviously we've got more to go on the tree, and next thing we've got to do is get our holly earrings on there. So come on. So I thought we'd make some holly earrings. They'd be similar to this, not quite the same. These I've designed a while ago, and there's so many steps to making these. We'll be here all week. So I've simplified the project, and we'll have nice little holly earrings hopefully at the end to pop on our tree, and maybe even wear over Christmas as well. So let's get you a little bit lower down and dirty on the bench. Oh, I love saying that. And we are going to be using our Waxmaster carver, and yeah, let's see what we can get up to. Come on. So what we've got is our Waxmaster on number 2, melt and remove, and I'm just giving that a few seconds to heat up. What we're going to do is, as I go along, I'm just going to wipe off onto my little sandpaper there. We're going to do a shape of a holly leaf. And then we're just going to keep going over it a little while until we get our groove in there. Don't know if you can see that. There we go. That's what we've got so far. Just need to go over it a few more times just to make sure that it's melted enough. And then once it's melted enough, we're just going to finish it off with a number 1, which is the carver. And that's not too bad at all. Maybe a bit more definition this side. Never really know how it's going to turn out until you've got that clay in there. But I think that's pretty good. And that should be enough. Done our wax carving bit. The next bit we're going to do is get our clay. So I've got a floor tile. I have a few of these and they are fantastic. Just going to spritz around a little bit of cool slip. I think I've got a substitute of a cool slip in here at the moment, which is olive oil with some water, only because I've run out. And to be honest, this has been great anyway. So, and I've just put some on my work surface and on here. Now normally you don't need much of the cool slip when you're doing the silver clay, but because we're using this bad boy, this copper clay, then it does, yes, it can be quite messy. So I'm just going to spritz my hand, make sure there's plenty of oil on my hands, and we're just going to bring a piece of the clay out, and it's got a very powdery sort of residue on it. So what we're going to do is going to massage that clay quite well until its appearance is silky smooth. So I'm just manipulating that. Now with silver clay you don't need to do this, in fact you're better off if you don't, but with the copper clay you do need to massage it well. Once it's that form, you'll find that it's actually a cleaner clay. Once all the powder and residue has been kneaded in, it's a much nicer clay to play with. Depth. So what I'm looking for is the depth of the wax. So there we go. And now we've got the depth of the wax, we need the depth of the clay, what that's going to be. And I've got one here, 1.5. 1.5 will be perfect. So just going to pop a little bit of clay, roughly give it the shape that we're looking for. Make sure there's no cracks in this at all. It should be nice and pliable. and just roll her from the centre out and then the back, and then we're just going to get, these are little embossing plates and they just give a good texture for the back. Just pressing that in. There we go. And then we can peel, and we've got two really nice pieces. And I'm just going to go round, cut out clay as best I can. Doesn't tend to dry and crack like the silver, but it takes longer to dry. There's a longer firing time, so it's a longer process altogether. But I think it gives really nice results, as you'll see at the end. So I'm just roughly cutting out my shapes. Just cut, and I'm collecting all the spare copper up as I go. So we've got two and they've been roughly cut out. They're going to go on to dry now. I've got that warming up, the heat mug warmer. There's lots of different ways of drying. I tend to use either the large dehydrator, or if it's just a couple like I'm doing now, I'll just pop them onto a mug warmer and let them dry. Okay, so see you in a minute. I'm going to go and finish off that lovely cup of tea, and yeah, see you in a minute. But they've turned out rather nice. I'm just doing the cold enamel, and the good thing about the metal clays, once they're fired and once they're in their hard state, I mean that is just copper now, you can add your patinas, and these are metal patinas in particular, so this would be classed as cold enamelling, and they are permanent fast drying for all metals, and I find them really remarkable. So I've just popped some of the patinas onto my tile plate. I find I use this floor tile, it is actually so useful. And I'm going to start off with the lighter colour. Which way have I got it? On the inside there. Let's wrap that round the right way. So that would go like that. So I would like them sort of opposites. Just going to pop in, and it is just like painting in the patina. You can do it in several layers if you want to. So when we did our wax carving, we actually created a little edge and a well so that all these patinas will fit in. And that's all we're going to do, is drop them in. And it's sort of instead of like a painting, it's sort of a splodge, if you like. Your brush just sort of splodges it in, I find good. Doesn't matter if any go on the outside, as long as the inside is full, because you can rub that down with a little bit of sandpaper later. So I'm just going to let them dry. And once they're dried, we can pop some earring wires on them, pop them on our tree. I really enjoyed today's make. It was something different for me, using the copper clay. Made these lovely holly earrings, and I've popped on there some berries on the earring wires, sterling silver earring wires, and it was really nice to incorporate them with some patina as well. And yeah, they're a great make, and although the process for the copper clay is much longer, it was fabulous to use. I'll definitely be making more again. Thank you all for watching. You've all been so wonderful. Please look out for my next one, where we can have a lovely little chat, a lovely cup of tea, and do a little make of the day. that we can pop onto our advent tree. And while I pop these earrings on this advent tree, there's just one other thing I'd like to say, and that is, don't forget to create the life you love.